Well, happy weekend, everybody. It's time to do the weekend video. Get ready. Hi, everybody. Well, in the past few weeks, I've talked to a number of people about the Gospel Revolution and the media that we put out. We put out these videos twice a week. They're short, they're meant to be short. Every week on Thursday, a new podcast comes out. We call it our Powercast, and that's with Mike Williams, who is the president and founder of the Gospel Revolution and Mike Williams Ministries. Mike Williams is on that Powercast fresh every week with our host, Paris Bartlett, and you get an hour plus of conversation about the gospel and what is gospel and comparative topics of gospel versus traditional Christianity. The videos are also meant to be informative, oftentimes comparative of the gospel and traditional Christian messages, but they're also meant to provoke a single thought usually. Um, and But the other media that we have is available for sale. It's downloads. These are teachings where Mike at conferences has conducted seminars on specific subjects, gospel related, throughout the years. Most of the series are right around 4 sessions, and you can download them in MP3 files. They're very inexpensive when you consider how much they cost versus buying the CD format. They're only a fraction of the price. And what these folks and I have recently discussed in the past few weeks is there are many of you who watch my videos, or you listen to the Powercast, or you listen to both. However, you have never actually heard Mike teach at a conference. And these MP3 files, these downloads, which all you have to do is go to gospelrevolution.com, and on the left-hand column, there are links to the downloads. I will also put a direct link to all of the downloads available below this video on the YouTube page. So if you're watching on Facebook, click the YouTube on the bottom of the screen. It'll take you straight to the YouTube page where this video is, and the link that takes you to all of the podcasts, or excuse me, the teaching series that we have available for download. It is important. The reason it is important to get those teaching series, because our weekly presentation is commentary and conversation about the gospel, but Mike Williams teaches the gospel um, from the Bible. It is fundamentally critical. The people I've talked to, these are folks who uh, they contacted us because they found our Powercast or they found our videos, but they had never heard Mike teach before. The teaching seminars, these teaching conferences, where Mike actually teaches from the Bible where the fundamentals of this gospel is. And in the process, he does unteach a lot of things that are from the traditional Christian message that we have all come from. Because it puts in perspective what we were taught in traditional Christian doctrines, um, and it goes to where they take that from in the Bible, and then he teaches that passage in context, which usually turns the whole original concept we got from Christianity upside down on its head. It's very important because this is where you get a fundamental education in the gospel. You do acquire a lot of knowledge through our conversational format here on YouTube and on our Powercast, but these are by no means a substitute for the teaching series that Mike Williams conducts at conferences that we have available for download. I highly recommend, I strongly recommend that you get a few of these. And what I usually tell people is I tell them to start off with Mike's entire teaching on the entire book of Galatians. After that, go to the teaching on the entire book of Hebrews, verse by verse, from beginning to end. And then after that, go to Romans, his teaching on Romans, again, from the first verse to the last, taught in context. It will give you the most fundamental education in what the gospel is, the way Paul taught it, and the way we present it. I can't recommend it strongly enough because it is revolutionary. And have a revolutionary week.